This microphone setup is $900. It is a Rode PodMic XLR heading into a Mackie DLZ creator. This microphone setup is $60. And this is the Tonor TD510 plus a few free OBS plugins. But how is it that this $60 microphone can compete with my $900 setup? Before we get into it, this video is not sponsored. I bought this microphone with my own money, so my review is going to be completely unbiased. Honestly, I've not been using this microphone a lot myself, but my wife has. In fact, this is the exact same microphone that she has been using on her stream for 8 months. And I was pretty impressed. In the box, you will of course find the microphone itself. But on top of that, you will also find an XLR cable and a USB cable. Because this microphone has both connections. And the quality of this shell is impressive. Nothing flimsy about it, to be honest. It has a full metal shell, integrated pop filter, and a mounting arm, which reminds me so much of the Shure SM7B. It's funny. On top of the microphone, you get 3 buttons: gain up, gain down, and a mic mute button. Holding the mic button down flips to the headphone input, because believe it or not, it has a no latency headphone monitor jack right at the back of the microphone. So all in all, right out of the box, it seemed to do its job pretty well. But we got to ask ourselves, what does it actually sound like? Well, you already know, because I didn't buy one of these microphones, I bought 2. Although I have to say, what you've been hearing is not what the microphone sounds like right out of the box. This is what the microphone sounds like right out of the box. It has so much low end that honestly, it makes even my voice sound deep. Of course, all these filters are available in OBS for free, and in a bit I will show you how to set them up. But let's first talk about polar patterns. Let's take its clothes off for a second. There. As you can see, the build quality is a little bit rough around the edges, but the capsule is placed very far forward inside the housing. Add that to the cardioid polar pattern of the capsule itself, and when you turn it 90 degrees, it becomes super quiet. If you're talking from the back, you can almost not hear me at all. This is great for streamers because you will be using your keyboard all the time, and while you are gaming, you don't want all those clicks and spacebar presses to come through your microphone and drown you out. To prove that, I will be typing on the keyboard while talking into the microphone without any filters on. I'm now also hitting the spacebar in addition to typing with the filters on, and you can't hear a thing. So all in all, this microphone is pretty boomy. That means heavy on the bass and lower mids, which drowns out the color of your voice in the mid-range. There are also some problems with plosives, your P's and B's. Just listen. Please proceed to press that subscribe button, please, and thank you. I'll say that again. Please proceed to press that subscribe button, please, and thank you. So how can we reduce these using nothing but filters in OBS? Well, we are going to add 3 different filters, starting off with noise suppression. To do this, just go into your microphone and press filters. The first filter we are going to add is the noise suppression filter, and we are just going to leave it at RNN noise because that tends to be a very good one to go for. You can also go for the NVIDIA noise removal or room echo removal if that is what you prefer. Secondly, we are going to add a 3-band equalizer where we are going to draw away about 3 decibels of the low tones. And for my voice, I need to add a little bit of high to just get it a little bit more crisp, which is why I'm adding 2 decibels of high tones as well. I could remove some of the mids as well, but really that doesn't change much unless I remove too much. So we're just going to leave that as is. The last thing we're going to add is a compressor, which will allow you to take your loudest noises and turn them down a little bit. Set that to a ratio of 3, the threshold to around -18. Depending on your voice, you might have to go a few decibels higher or lower. All we're going to add is a little bit of output gain because we want to get to the yellows, just in the yellows on the bars down here. And if we don't add that, we're only hitting greens. The exact values for your equalizer and your compressor depend on your voice and how you want to sound, but these are a decent baseline for my voice. I go into far more detail as to what you can do with the free plugins in OBS to make your mic sound better in a video right here. Go watch that after this video if you want to make the microphone sound perfect for you. The exact values will also depend on your voice and how you want to sound. Do you want a higher compression rate so you have a radio voice, or do you want to sound more natural, for example? But these are a decent baseline for my voice. So all in all, it's a pretty decent microphone if you are strapped for a budget that can be very easily made to sound really good using nothing but a few filters. The only thing I'm not impressed by is the shock absorption. Just listen to what happens when I tap the desk or mount that the microphone is on. Why, when you have such a nice mount on your microphone, would you as a company not just hook it up with a little shock absorption? The tech is out there and would not be particularly pricey to implement on their end. Like, if you fix that one little nuisance, that would make this the microphone for beginner content creators. I would recommend nothing else. Until they fix it though, just don't put it on your desk like I did, and put it on a mount or a boom arm, and don't pull around like I do when I'm streaming. If you do want to pick up the Tonor TD510, I've left an affiliate link in the description. Oh, and if you want to know more about the filters built into OBS or want to apply them specifically to your microphone, then check out the video right here where I explain everything that they do. And as always, stream better, stream smart.